Who's on the phone?
It's Jim.
Is Jim? Is this Jimmy Reefer Cake or Jim?
Jim.
Oh, okay.
You know me.
Jim? Is this, are you calling? You from Maine?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess
Pennsylvania.
570. All right. Where are you calling from, Jim?
I told you, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. What's on your mind, Jim?
I just had a little question regarding the Benghazi hearings.
Okay.
All right, now, I just have a quick question. Those of you on the left who are going after the Republicans in office for their actions in the Benghazi hearings, I just want to ask you, if what happened at the Libyan embassy had happened during a Republican administration, wouldn't you on the left be out for blood just as much as those on the right currently are now?
As far as I know, there were something like 13 attacks on embassies under the Bush administration. I don't remember anything, and much of that time I was doing a national radio program. I don't ever remember calling for investigations regarding it, no.
Well, that's a shame because they should have been investigated under Bush just like they should be investigated now.
Okay. And what is it that you anticipate, what is it that we're looking to find?
Well, quite simply, that the administration had lied about the events and that they are manipulating events for political gain, just as Bush did, and also that they are continuing to find scapegoats, as they did with Vasily Nakula, to avoid culpability.
So culpability for lying about the events. And so you don't accept the idea that that they didn't have full accounting of what had actually taken place for 2 or 3 weeks. You believe that they had full accounting that day, and they should have made everything they knew public.
Yes, I've got several articles right up now on the Reason magazine website that outline testimony which contradicts the administration's official story.
Okay. What's the big takeaway? They lied about what? That they were aware that there were members of Al-Qaeda affiliated groups that were there?
They lied. Well, they lied about the reason, for one thing, blaming it on Nakula's video.
Right. They thought it was that video, and they reversed that, I believe, within 2 or 3 weeks, correct?
Yeah. Yes, but Nakula is still in prison.
Well, no, but his video was the reason why that guy is in prison has nothing to do with Benghazi. It has to do with him. Because he had securities violations or some type of financial fraud violations, he wasn't allowed to publish video.
He broke his parole.
He broke his parole. It had nothing to do with Benghazi.
Sam, I'm going to say a little something you told me a while back. If you believe that Nakula's imprisonment didn't have anything to do with the administration trying to turn him into a scapegoat, you need to take the needle out of your arm.
I see. Okay, so you're saying that they wanted to scapegoat this guy even though he had been arrested, I believe, and put in prison before Benghazi.
Yes, he had been arrested. But I want to tell you something. September 12th, 2012, Reverend Stephen D. Martin, CEO of the New Evangelical Partnership for the Common Good. I have no sympathy for anyone who would assassinate a U.S. ambassador, but I have even less sympathy for filmmakers who spread hatred and for pastors who knowingly incite violence. September 13th, 2012, Hillary Clinton. I also want to take a moment to address the video circulating on the internet that has led to these protests.
This was a function of Egypt. You're aware that there were massive protests in Egypt.
Yes, there were protests in Egypt, and they wrongfully lumped them all together.
Yes,
they didn't know.
They wrongfully lumped the Benghazi protests with the far more potentially harmful protests in Egypt.
Right, I understand it. And this is just more, they're scapegoating. They are trying to...
Scapegoating? What are you talking about? The guy sold the video to a Christian Coptic cable television outlet in Egypt. He was on parole, and his parole clearly said you're not allowed to publish video because you have used it in the past to commit fraud.
Well, there is a difference between committing fraud. There's a difference between being in prison.
He broke his parole. He broke his parole. It had nothing to do with the Obama administration. The guy broke his parole.
So why did Hillary Clinton and Susan Rice, prominent members of the Obama administration,
because there were massive protests in Egypt?
Yes, but they lumped them in with Libya.
Because they thought that was the protest in Libya as well.
No, it's not what they thought. It's the story they spun.
I see. Because they needed to get this one guy.
No, they didn't need to get him. He was just the most convenient scapegoat.
Yes, okay.
Sam, you are trying to defend an administration that has proven itself just as corrupt as the Bush administration, and you don't.
I'm not defending the administration. I'm not even sure what they're being accused of.
Jim, do you believe this Jahar Sarnov is a scapegoat too? Are you one of these free Jahar people?
What?
Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe in. What, you talking about that free Jahar nonsense?
Yes. Do you believe in that too? Do you believe Jahar and Tamerlan are scapegoats?
No, I don't believe in that kind of nonsense.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that this whole Benghazi thing was a huge cover up because it was going to derail President Obama's re-election.
No, I don't think it had anything to do with the re-election. I just think it had to do with shunning culpability. Gregory Hicks, Foreign Service officer and ex-deputy chief of a mission in Libya, said that U.S. Special Forces based in Tripoli could have responded to the attacks.
Yes,
but they were detained.
He was not a military guy. The Joint Chief of Staff have said no, and I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't send 7 guys into that place without knowing what was going on the ground, because you're going to have another Black Hawk Down situation or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you don't think it's okay then for the administration to lie about it and then have it come to light later?
What's that? I don't think they knew, frankly. I don't think they knew.
Yeah, no.
I mean, of all the things, Jim, that I sit here on a daily basis and criticize this administration for, Benghazi has to be the least significant, the most fanciful, the most ridiculous, and for some reason, that's the one you're latching on to.
Because it just amazes me, again, to see what massive fucking hypocrites you on the left are.
Well, we'll have to cut that swearing out. But of all the things that I criticize the Obama administration, Benghazi is so far on the left.
I'll swear all I want. If it gets you fined by the FCC, I'm happy.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
Well, then, good day, sir. Call back in 15 minutes when we're not running this hour on radio. Then you can call back. Of all the things to fixate on Benghazi,
well,
we've spent countless hours talking about the things like signature strikes, things like the assertions by this administration of its capacity to kill American citizens and supposed combatants. We have talked. We have spent hours on talking about what their Guantanamo policy. We have spent hours on talking about the failure of the Department of Justice to go after the true criminal cartels in the banking industry. We have talked about the failure of the administration to recognize legalization. We have gone on and on and on. And Benghazi, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just, the misplaced criticism, I'm honestly, I'm not convinced now that Jim isn't some type of paid operative from Obama for America. I mean, there's nothing more than the Obama administration wants than impeachment hearings over Benghazi, short of perhaps this IRS stuff. Anything. They would love it at this point.
If that's true, then major props to Obama for America for getting it super realistic and making sure Jim name dropped reason.com.
Right. Well done. Touche.